Hello everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. Today we will do listening. In listening we will do highlight incorrect word. Highlight incorrect word contribute toward both listening and reading. In highlight incorrect word, an audio is played and the same is displayed on your screen. But some words are different and you have to identify them by just clicking on the word. It is very easy task and contribute toward both listening and reading. Now I will do some example and tell you some tips and tricks how to do it. Let's get started. As you can see, there is an example on your screen of highlight incorrect word. Before starting, I want to tell you one more thing. In this section, it contains negative marking. Like you select any word and it is not the answer, you will lose mark. For one mistake, you will lose 1 mark. So only choose the word which you have confidence that it is wrong. So let's start.
For some people, this proposition may seem far-fetched, but ending poverty is both morally necessary and actually feasible. All of us must play a role in making it happen. All human beings want and have a right to live in dignity, to determine our own destinies, and to be respected by other people. Despite the universality of these rights, our capacities to fulfill them vary enormously. And no dividing line is more profound in influencing the quality of our lives than the gulf between poverty and prosperity.
Now let's check the answer. As you can see, we have selected all the correct word. Now let's move to the next example.
Well,
The voice may fast or slow depending on the question. So practice more.
there's a positive obligation on the bank to ensure that the people who are signing a loan guarantee know what they're doing. Loan guarantees are kind of unique in that someone is giving security or a guarantee and placing themselves at risk for someone else, and they receive nothing material in return. So you've got to ask yourself, why is this person doing this? Do they know what they're doing? They're risking a lot and not really getting anything back for it. So the imperative is that the bank must ensure that these people know what they're doing and that they fully understand the implications of what they're doing, and they know that their properties may be sold if another person doesn't meet their obligations.
Now submit and check the answer. You can see all the answers are correct. Please listen the audio very carefully. Now moving towards next example.
Oh, it's very spooky. First of all, probability by itself is spooky. Let me show you how probability enters the system. You walk past a store window, and you see an image of yourself in the store window. You're straightened apart. You're not so bad, for a man of my age. The guy in the store window who's fooling around with mannequins, he sees you, and you see yourself. What does that mean? A stream of photons from sunlight leaves your face, heads for the store window. Let's consider one of them. It has a choice. It can go right through so that the guy behind the window can see you, or it could be reflected from the store window. Some fraction of them are reflected, some of them go through. What determines that? What determines the future of that photon? And countless such examples teach us that it's random, that it's a throw of the dice. And that's where Einstein made his famous statement, God plays dice with the universe. At every instant of that single object, that quantum object, we have probability. We do not have certainty.
Now you can see that all our answers are correct. Let's do one more example so that you get enough knowledge of highlight incorrect word.
No, that was And that's an important aspect. As you alluded to earlier, we've previously done work which has proven that in some situations, even people whose blood pressure is not high can benefit from blood pressure lowering therapy. So in this study, the main reason that we included patients was because of diabetes. We didn't care what their blood pressure was, whether it was high or low. And our objective was to see whether or not lowering average or below average blood pressure in diabetics was beneficial. And the results suggested that irrespective of whether your blood pressure was high or low, if you had diabetes, you benefited.
Now you can see all our answers are correct. So I want to tell you only one thing. Please listen the audio carefully and select the answer so that you get good marks. Thank you and have a nice day and practice more.